Good evening, Rush Nation. Welcome to the 5 Yard Rush NFL podcast. I am your host, the Joel Hewitt, here with the off-season champion, Pete the Pete Millier, and the other one, Alex Can't See the Woods for the Trees. Woods, how we doing, boyos?
Great, thank you very much. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Had a decent weekend of it. Got to watch Red Zone live with people for the first time this year. So I basically did a live podcast without recording it. It feels weird, and some of it I was like testing the jokes and the material out live before I bring it to the show, and just making sure that all of my hot takes landed with real people. But having other people doing the U's and R's when they see something cool is quite nice, and we don't get to do it often enough. So shout out to Chris and May.
Very nice. What about you, Alex?
You were stuck in a hotel room or something, weren't you?
No, that wasn't this week.
Is that? Oh no, that's for the Thanksgiving, the Black Friday game, which I'm sure we'll get around to at some point.
Yes, we never ever get a game on a Friday. We never get a game at 8:30, which is just a perfect time, and it just happens to be a Bears game, and I can't watch it. And
it's going to be an absolute banger.
Yeah.
Alex, how you doing? You all right, brother?
Yeah, heaven is a place on earth, as Brent Nicolo says.
Ooh, baby, you know what that's worth. Good effort, guys. Let's do it. Let's knock out some news.
Zazu. Yes, sir. News from the underground.
Zazu, sir. News from the underground. It's week. What we're now? Week 13. News is newsing. There's not massive things. It's mostly minor news, except for Chip Kelly gets fired after losing to the Browns. Oh, the humiliation. I've put in brackets. And somebody's put highest paid coordinator. I don't know who that was.
That was Alex. Yeah.
There we go. Is he really? Or was he really?
Yeah, he was getting paid $9 million a year.
Wow.
Oh, $9 million, sorry. He was getting $9 million a year, which is I believe it's right, it's $3.5 million more than anyone else.
That's insane. That is insane. And they're doing so terribly. It was a bit of a shit show, wasn't it? I mean, they have been for a while, but how many sacks did the Browns get? 10? It was definitely 10 at least. I remember them saying 10. I don't know if they carried on.
They just ran out of fingers and stopped.
Yeah. I was like, well, I guess we'll just have to see. I almost took a sock off to continue, but not so much. Don't talk about the accident.
Okay.
Not surprised. And I'm happy for him that he'll get Christmas off with all of his money. So that's pretty cool. It's not a bad time to get fired, isn't it?
Yeah.
What he should be doing, though, is blaming Geno Smith. Because Geno said, blame him. So, Chip Kelly, lawsuit coming, I reckon. Geno Smith says it was his fault. I got fired. It's nothing to do with me. It was all Geno. Yada, yada, yada. Pay him double it. 18 million.
Yeah.
It was. I quite like the Raiders as well. I like watching them from time to time. Genty still looks good, but Geno wasn't the move, was it?
No, none of it was the move. You had a team that needed a rebuild, so you brought in a head coach that's 150. Chip Kelly's not worked out. The other coordinator, it's the second coordinator in 2 weeks that they're fired. They're just, it needs a rebuild, and bringing in old retreads, I just don't get it. None of it's really ever made sense to me. They were never going to, never thought they were going to do anything. Didn't think they were going to be this bad, but I didn't think they were ever going to be competing. I thought they needed to just rip it down and go again, and they haven't done. It's a bit unusual to me.
Well, we talked about it as well. Obviously, Shedeur. I've said it. There we go. What are we in? 5 minutes. Damn. He was tweeting after every loss last year, hoping that he would get picked up by the Raiders. And then I saw the list of however many picks it was that they could have had him and they didn't. I don't know if you retweeted that or not, but it was like he definitely wanted that win. Whether or not he did anything for that win, I guess we'll get to it. In fact, Alex and I both noticed that Shedeur Sanders didn't appear on neither Bangers nor Trash. So I think we'll just knock it out there. He has been named starter, even though Dylan Gabriel has cleared concussion protocol. Clearly, it was that or a riot. I've been arguing with people, not arguing, but arguing with people online for the past 2 days now, where they're all like, yeah, but he got 200 yards. I'm like, one of them was a 1 yard pass that ran for 70. Don't give me this. He threw for 200 yards. He had one where he dropped it in the bucket, and I saw some pundits saying, oh, not many people could make that throw. About 30 people in the league, I reckon, could make that throw. It just happened to be Shedeur Sanders. And I didn't want to hate the guy. I wanted to come in fresh. But Alex is waving his pen. Go.
On that 60-odd yarder, it was 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage as well.
Incredible.
Let's not even think he threw it forward. He didn't. He threw it backwards. The running back did everything. We're like, oh yeah, it's Shedeur's first TD in the NFL. Get in. Come on. Let's rejoice. No, that isn't Shedeur's touchdown. It's got nothing to do with him. It's got absolutely nothing. And we all sound like either filthy hypocrites or whatever for really hating on Shedeur's post game presser, where it's like, yeah, I'm the one that we've been waiting for. I'm the one. When the Browns draft 3 of these guys a year that are like, yeah, I'm the one that's trying to touch the Browns.
R.I.P. Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, the last one that they drafted was Baker Mayfield, and we love Baker.
We do love Baker.
He's awesome, but he is and this is a question for both of you, and I'll still George roll a little bit. Is the difference between Baker and Shedeur that Baker, A, was number 1 pick, B, came in and went, I've got a lot to learn and I am going to learn this and I am going to be the difference maker, whereas Shedeur's come in and gone, yeah, I'm just awesome. You know I am. This is the way.
Yeah, I think when Baker came in, he got a lot of hype, didn't he? Because he broke their record for the number of rookie touchdowns, and he started to believe his own hype, and then it started to go sideways. Shedeur just listened to his dad, it seems. But to be fair to him, the first Browns rookie QB to win on their debut in 30 years. And you think of how many rookie QBs the Browns go through. They go through them like pants. So it's been a bit, it's been a bit of a time coming. So I can understand being a bit hyped afterwards, but he was hyped before it. And it will help him long run if he's good, and it will hinder him incredibly if he's bad. So he has to be as good as he thinks he is. Otherwise, he'll kill himself. Which is what happened in the draft, isn't it, really?
Yeah, and for me, the difference between the two, firstly, hi, Luca. Just wanted to chuck that one out there. Thanks for watching along. And to everybody out there, we've got Eminent Summer saying hi. We've got Kennelly G5J saying hi. Also asking, did this live just start? And The Real Awakening 2025 saying, hello, buddies.
Hello,
hi, everybody.
Buddy.
Yeah, for me, the difference between the two, and I like people with terrible attitudes when playing this sport. I talk often about how much I like Kenny Vaccaro, even though he's an utter. And I'm kind of revisionist history. I really like Baker now, but I recall there was a game where he had 3 different beards, and he showed up with one beard. He had a shave at halftime to have a different beard, and then before his presser at the end, he had a 3rd beard he'd shaved into a handlebar mustache. And during that game, I sincerely remember thinking, this guy is insufferable, because he was also losing, not doing very well. He was not great at the podium, but I've learned to kind of like love the guy despite the kind of the ups and downs. The difference again is, like Pete said, he didn't, or like Alex said, he didn't come in saying, I am the best, I am legendary. He just came in to like do his job, which is completely fine. And Shadow's there going, this is me after 1 week of practice. Imagine what I could do with more. Like, mate, you've not had 1 week of practice. You've had months of practice, and you weren't deemed good enough to start. You squeaked out a win against arguably the worst team. I would love to find out if the Raiders and Titans played each other right now, who would win. I think the Titans would get the win there. So I don't trust any of it, and I don't like it. It feels really false hype, and I think a big part of me just not liking Sanders is I don't particularly like Dion, and I would rather they keep cutting to Taylor Swift than to Deion Sanders. The second I saw him in that cowboy hat, I was like, oh, this is going to be all day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every time a marginally good play happens, Dion Cam. And it was, and he was just there like yucking it up, and it just absolutely like destroyed me. So look, the second I don't even need Sanders to play good. I need him to shut up. The reason I didn't like Cam Newton is because he was very much like cocky like Sanders is, and Cam Newton got to a Super Bowl. He had MVP seasons. He was arguably a very, very good player, but I just couldn't stick him, so I just didn't ever bother watching him. So that's kind of my rant on there. I definitely think it's the right move. Dylan Gabriel didn't show anything. You may as well go with Shedeur. There was the beautiful moment where I've already forgotten his coach's name, where he's thanking everybody in the locker room, and at the end he goes, "Oh yeah," and Shedeur gets his first win. Everyone, let's leave. He just like sandbags him completely. He's like, Myles Garrett, the defensive unit. He's like hyping up. He's chucking out game balls. And he was like, Shedeur Sanders was here as well. Bye. And it was just like, just absolutely like tanked the vibe. So he's definitely getting fired, but give the man a podcast. He can have ours.
It properly builds on the narrative that Kevin Stefanski has not wanted him drafted to the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
He's not wanted him to play for the Browns at all. He just doesn't want him. And yes, Kevin Stefanski has shackled himself to a terrible human being. So why not double down and get a second terrible human being alongside you? But that was the Browns through and through, because Kareem Hunt, when they first signed Kareem Hunt, was a terrible human being. Still arguably is, and doing everything like that. That's allegedly, by the way. Don't know if Kareem was ever proven for it. Sorry, apologies.
There we go. We're safe.
Allegedly, yeah. Sorry, Kareem.
Yeah.
Don't really know if he was ever proven, but was obviously cut from the Chiefs, and the ex-Chiefs GM went, yeah, of course, we'll have him, and then did nothing and was absolutely terrible. But the Browns have got a history of having absolute garbage people. The question is when Kevin Stefanski does get fired, because he is getting fired at the end of the season, There is no question about that. When he gets fired, where does he go next, and when does he win his Super Bowl?
I just want to caveat the point that we're calling Shedeur Sanders a terrible person and putting him alongside Kareem Hunt and John Watson because he's a bit cocky.
Hey,
James Winston.
I was talking about Kareem Hunt earlier. Like time heals all wounds, yes, but as Kareem Hunt flew over and scored his touchdown, I was sat there and literally out loud, I was like, they fired this guy for like domestic abuse, and now they're like, none of that matters. Just knock one in the end zone, would you please, mate? Like,
yeah. And he's not even good. He's not even good. He was nearly on my trash list today. He's rubbish.
He's on the score sheet, which so is Shedeur Sanders. Take from that what you will.
Yeah.
Speaking of trash human beings, it's not in the news, but I heard that the Saints might be trying out Justin Tucker. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. But they've not got him. They brought in Cade York. It got signed this afternoon.
Oh, fair enough.
Another ex-Brown. Lovely segue. So they didn't bring in Justin Tucker.
That's fair enough. I was about to disown them a little bit more than I already have done this season. The rest of the news is all injuries. So Pete, go on, give us the breakdown. This seems to be your job each week. It is.
Yeah, the bearer of bad news.
Oh, that's good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
T. Higgins is out with concussion. He went out in the middle of the game. But
That was rough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it was
Burrow
just
should be
late.
back. They just missed each other in the revolving doors.
Yeah.
Typically.
Tag in, tag out.
Yeah, I think we probably need to take the allegedly off screen, otherwise people are going to think I was making this up.
Big one.
Yeah, the landing was awful, wasn't it? It was a real thump when Higgins
It
landed
was,
on the
yeah.
ground. It did not look nice at all. Kamara is out with a right MCL sprain, missing a couple of weeks. Similarly with Will Campbell, looks similar as well. There was a slight worry that he might miss the rest of the season, but it's not as bad as first feared, which is good because he's been an absolute revelation as their rookie left tackle. He's been really, really good for them. So they'll be glad not to be missing him for all season. Baker did not look good. He was holding his shoulder all week, but they're saying he might still return this week. He might not miss time. It's still not confirmed one way or the other, but yeah, he looked lame at the weekend. So hopefully that can heal quickly for him. And JJ McCarthy is struggling with a concussion, which, to be honest, if you watched him play, you probably could have guessed.
Yeah. Bless him.
Yeah. Are there any others that you've got, Alex? Because they're the ones that I picked up on, not as dire as usual.
Yeah, obviously with Burrow back, it's not really a major issue for the Bengals, but Joe Flacco obviously dislocated one of his fingers on his right hand, which is his throwing hand.
Did anybody see your man on the side put it back in, though? He was walking off, and it was probably like pointing up in one way, and Flacco, cool as hell, just walked like this. Dude walks up to him and just went, "I got you." Just popped it back in, off he goes. It was horrible. I loved it.
Oh, that's manky. I'm glad I didn't see that.
There were a couple of guys that went off, had treatment and returned, but it is still one to watch out because, especially with a couple of these guys, they are going to either be high in your fantasy team or they are going to really be a massive impact for their teams. Rashid Rice, he had a hamstring niggle but came back. Puka Nacua also with that left knee that's been kind of troubling him on and off all season. He also came back in the game. Obviously, we've already said Kamara. Ashton Gentry, he had a left ankle, but that doesn't really matter because they've not used him at all this season. DK Metcalf, there was worries that he might have a high ankle sprain, but it's okay because the Steelers' offense sucks. Jacoby Brissett, he has a similar issue that Baker does with his left shoulder instead of his right shoulder, but again, they're kind of hopeful with that one. And then Michael Mayer, which is the Raiders' backup tight end behind their legendary one, who has had a total of 20 catches this season. He will miss time with an ankle injury, but it's okay because, again, they don't use him.
Fair enough. That's an interesting list. And you've got to start thinking that around this time of the season, can you get away with resting people? Are you ahead of the game? I know there's still like 4 games that you've got to play, but like Baker not going out against the Cardinals this week when you're top of your division 5-2 and the Panthers are playing the Rams.
Yeah,
you could potentially say, hey, you know what? Let's just not. Or a very dumbed down playbook. Don't run out there. Don't hurt yourself. The second that we get ahead, we're just going to run the ball to death. So don't worry about it. Again, the Rams going against the Panthers, you've got Puka Nacua can, play decoy a lot of the time. They've got enough other weapons out there, so you maybe don't rely on him so much. I'm sure if you want real breakdowns of who you should and shouldn't play in fantasy, then listen to the flagship show on Thursday with Murph. But for me, if I'm the Rams and I'm the Buccaneers, I'm giving light duties to anybody like that because you are playoff bound, and you're going to beat the Panthers and you're going to beat the Cardinals. Spoilers, I guess, for this week.
Yeah, I think it flip, like I say, it flips the other way, doesn't it? You get people who we're good, they can afford to take a day off, and you get teams that are really, really bad, and they just go, you know what, we're going to need them at some point. Let's just I think last year the Bears had Brisker on concussion for 3 months because they were just like, there's no point in bringing him back because he's just going to get hurt again, and we're rubbish. So what's the point? And the teams they'll just extend on the bad teams. I think that's something to be wary of, particularly if you're looking at it from fantasy and trying to get ahead of the game. If someone's got a rough injury and they're just coming back like an Ayuk or somebody like that, but it's on a team that's not very good, don't expect them to come back. The team will just shut them down if they need to protect the future assets.
Do we need to talk about the 49ers wide receiver that they're now gonna just go away with?
How did we not? Did we put that in the news?
No, we didn't. Is that Ayuk?
Yeah.
That signed the contract. Yeah, I was reading something about this, that he'd kind of gone in and was like, he's not happy there, and they're thinking of just moving away from him because he's just done nothing since.
Yeah, in the offseason, he wanted a trade. He didn't get the trade. He was offered a $120 million contract, which is ludicrous, with like $55 million guaranteed. He signed it, decided to play with the team, got injured, didn't show up to basically anything, team meetings. I don't know if he was supposed to have doctor's appointments or rehab or anything like that, but he just wasn't showing up anywhere. And the Niners went, hey, great news. You don't want to play for us. We are voiding all of that guaranteed $55 million. I guess good luck in your future endeavors. He's easily going to be out there. He'll get picked up by the Patriots in the offseason, and then he's going to win a Super Bowl, and everyone's going to be really mad at the 49ers for being horrible people, apparently.
Yeah, but you're right. If he's not turning, you've got to do the bare minimum. We're going to pay you millions and millions of dollars, and all you've got to do is come and sit in a meeting. I sit in so many boring Teams meetings. Not even close to that money. Come on, mate. Play the game.
Whoa. The beautiful world of balconies isn't as interesting as being sat in an NFL wide receivers room. Well, I am shook.
Not as shook as Pete's earthquake-proof balconies, by the way, that he sells on a regular basis.
Wait. Not as shook as Tyler Shook, brought to you by Pete's Balconies. There we go. Seeing as we're talking about shook and things falling apart, not the balconies that Pete sells. They're really good. His competitors are terrible people, though.
They're the worst.
They are the worst. The kick puppies. I watch Tyler Shook. God bless him. Every now and again, I'm like, oh, he looks like Drew Brees, and I'm like, oh, he looks like Drew Brees on a really bad day. It's kind of unfortunate watching him, but God bless him for sticking with the ethical tank movement. And Kamara clearly thinking, oh, I might be doing too well here. Let's take some time off. Oh, my MCL might be hurt. Because he pointed like a toddler, he pointed at one leg and then, it's jumped to here. I saw it. Don't think I didn't. So they put a plaster on the boo-boo, and now he's going to take some time off. Doing the it right. I've just realized how much I look like Silent Bob in this hat.
You really do.
It literally just hit me now. So that's fun.
Please tell me you have a trench coat.
I do. It's not to hand.
That saddens me.
I'll sit for after the credits. I'll run out and run back. We'll see how we go.
That works brilliantly. Because, Pete can be Jay if you want.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Right, on to the non-copyright stricken bangers and trash. I can't use that drop because YouTube didn't like me for it, so I'm going to use one of those that I don't get to use very often. Half time. More like boo tube, am I right? Nah, got you. Bangers and trash, thank you. Bags of trash this week. This is always my favorite time because I like to know what the hell you two want to rant about, what you like, what you didn't like. I'm gonna start us off as always, and I'm gonna just get it out there so we don't have to talk about it for the next like 30 minutes or so. Jameis Winston was a banger. Last week I said that I find him insufferable, and I still do. Off the field, Jameis Winston, I've had enough of him. I'm this close to just like blocking any mention of him on social media. However, that touchdown was awesome, wasn't it? Just I mean, the two he threw, one that was incredible, and the one that he caught and just like okey cokied himself like off, like shake it all about and like made it into the end zone. Did 3 different celebrations. Did like a finger roll. Did another little dance. Did a third thing. Like really took his moment there. Yeah, it was delightful. I think I said, oh yeah, I have it. Might bring around world peace. I think that touchdown and the amount that people love him, I think Jameis Winston could, for a brief moment in time, align the entire world in just, like when everyone was playing Pokemon Go in like 2016 and everyone was going for walks, people were polite to each other. I think Jameis Winston could do that if he could get a little less preachy, a little less cringy. He could bring it about. But yeah, he was an absolute banger. But I'm ready for Dart to come back now. Come on.
Yeah.
Back on, Mike. Yeah. You've had your fun. Now let's get back to it. Your Intercontinental contender, Scatterboo's still out. But Dart, you need to get some more reps. Alex.
He has the best stat line versus the Detroit Lions defense this season in terms of yards and touchdowns.
Jesus.
That, by the way, this list includes
great.
Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Jake Browning, Caleb Williams, Marcus Mariota, Baker Mayfield, Jordan Love, Joe Flacco, Jalen Hurts, and JJ McCarthy.
So, and the GOAT is in there as well.
Yeah.
Caleb.
So, like, what more do you want? The only person that comes close to him is Lamar Jackson with 323 yards and 3 touchdowns. Obviously, Winston finished with 412 yards and 3 TDs on Sunday. So, yeah, Jameis Winston, is he legit?
Is he legendary? Who would you rather start at their respective position? Is it Shador? Is it Jameis Winston?
Give me Jameis every day.
It would.
Give me that man every day.
And you got the full experience as well because he threw an interception at the end as well. So you got the full Jameis story.
Mr. 30 for 30. Like he pulled it out of the bag. Like it's the things that you want to see. Give the crowd what they paid to see. Like you want to see Michael Jackson moonwalk. You want to see Jameis Winston throw a touchdown and throw an interception.
Really, really good game. And the interception right at the end was just like coming back out for just one more song.
Yeah, the encore is like, you didn't think we was gonna do it.
Yeah. You didn't think we were doing Don't Stop Believing, did you?
Which would be his tune as well, wouldn't it? Oh god.
By the way, like a Don't Stop Believing reference, like people can take 2 ways. I always take it a Glee reference, whereas you guys will probably take it a Journey reference.
No, it's the first episode of Glee.
It's a Glee reference, really, isn't it?
Family Guy is where the Journey is that Journey, and everyone keeps like running off to listen to Journey. I think it's like the 4th season of Family Guy. That ruined it for me, and then Glee ruined it for me. Shout out to Glee, by the way. Glee was a great show.
It was. I love Glee.
Their version of No Air is much better than the I think it's Chris Brown is the one.
Yeah, but that's because Chris Brown's a problematic individual.
Yeah,
he's got a practice session today with the Browns.
Yeah, Chris Brown has got a session with the Browns. Shock.
Yeah. That's QB.
Clip it, TikTok, I jazz you. Come on, let's do it. Right, go on then, Alex. What you got? You've got some bangers and some trash. What do you like? What do you not like?
Off camera before the show, like we kind of like said that this was a boring week. I really liked this week, and I think the emphasis of football and why I love football can only be described by Elijah Clark. Philadelphia Eagles cornerback Elijah Clark. Now, I don't know if any of you have seen the play of Elijah Clark where he is doing a kick return. He gets absolutely pancaked.
Yes.
He just gets blown out the water. And you're like, oh, right, well, that was really cool. That was a great play by the tackle. Really, really great. Yeah. Where was the pancakes? No, this man gets up, runs 60 yards downfield, forces a fumble, and recovers the ball for the Eagles.
Beautiful. You love that hustle.
Incredible work.
That is why, like, to quote some random fan from Invincible, which I watched last week, that's football.
Now that's pod racing. There was something similar, and I can't remember who the player is, but I laughed so hard. Number 33 on the Cowboys. Put in a shift. Thank you. Put a block in for one of the touchdowns, and it was just against a massive dude. But as he hits him, he does stop the dude from like carrying on. The Cowboys get the touchdown. But as soon as he runs into him, you just see him go down onto all fours, just going. It's fantastic. Like I had to watch the whole every touchdown montage again to find it from Red Zone because it was just a beautiful, beautiful moment for me. I'll find it. I'll send it around to people. But good Lord, like what a time. Pete, what do you like? What do you not like?
Do you know who we haven't piled on enough today?
Ooh.
We haven't piled on Geno Smith enough.
Oh, nice.
And
like
some of these things we've said, but it can't be stressed how bad he was. 10 sacks. He had more sacks than a Santa convention. And it wasn't even just that, because obviously that's not on him. The line isn't great. The O-line in Vegas is bad, and I think anybody looked bad behind there. But he couldn't hit a cow's ass with a banjo. His accuracy was all over. You watched it and thought Trey Tucker is elite. He genuinely got barely any. If his stat line won't look very good, but the amount of times that Tucker broke free, he got away from his man, he was in space, and then Geno just sailed it and completely missed him. It must have been so frustrating. And you just thought, if he had a good quarterback, if he had an accurate quarterback, Tucker could have been in the bangers this week. He could have had an absolute monster week. But Smith was everywhere. And then he made it worse. The fans were booing him and giving him grief. And I think some fans were like throwing cups and stuff at the field because he was terrible. This happened to Derek Carr a few years ago. So what Derek Carr did when they threw all that stuff at him was he went out, he apologized to the crowd, and he shook hands with a load of fans around the side before he left. Geno Smith walked off, flipped him the bird.
Nice.
I'm like, nice. Come on, dude.
Classy.
That's not cool.
Remember, though, it is all Geno's fault.
Yeah.
Blame Geno. Blame Geno.
It's just
easy.
Definitely
blaming Geno.
They need to bring back. I mean, he may look like
capital punishment
pre-pubescent teen, but Aidan O'Connell's back off IR now, isn't he?
Yeah.
And at this point, I'd rather have Aidan O'Connell in there than Geno because you're not getting anything with either. But at least Geno might be able to retire healthy, because he's getting on a bit. He's playing terrible, and the opposition might just kill him behind that line.
Yeah, and it's one of those when there's nothing left to play for. Like, what are you doing? Like, just ethically tank a little bit. Let's just go get your QB. Like, I know they're not the best in the world, like in this draft class, but now's the time to kind of make a move. There's going to be somebody who they'll hype up to death. There'll be another Cam Ward out there.
Yeah,
his name's Mendoza.
Yeah,
good name. Good name on a jersey.
That's the dude that they're hyping up this season, and he's been very good.
There's 2 or 3, isn't there? There's Drew Alar that's probably will come for somebody that's a bit later on as well, and there's another whose name escapes me at the minute. But yeah, Mendoza's the guy.
Whether he
Fair
is
enough.
actually a guy is questionable. And I imagine we will spend majority of the offseason questioning this.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm actually going to have to pay attention to like rookies in this offseason now instead of the 2 weeks that I usually do before the actual NFL draft. So that might be interesting. Don't hate it. All I've got is bangers, and I've only got a couple. So James Winston's up there. God bless him. The other banger, direct snaps. What a week for the direct snap. The direct snap really came out. If you had money on over X amount of direct snaps this week, you are walking away with a pretty penny, let me tell you.
Yeah.
We may as well bring up Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns, who 2 touchdowns from Judkins directly snapped to. Shedeur was not on the field for either of them, not even as a token gesture. I enjoyed that quite a lot. That really screamed, I don't like you. You're not my quarterback. We're going to snap it to another guy who, pretty legit, like Judkins getting through the line both them times. But it was a bit of a slap in the face to Shedeur. And then there was another one that I can't remember somewhere else. I don't recall. I think it might have been, was it the Cowboys? Either way, there was a good few this week, and I enjoy a direct snap. It feels incredibly obvious. As the defensive line, you've got to be going, oh, the QB's not there. Clearly, they're snapping directly to, was it Derrick Henry? And yeah, clearly it's going to that person, stat the box, stop it from coming through. No, absolutely not. They just let Judkins walk through twice. It was nice.
It feels like a real disrespect move, doesn't it? This is the most obvious play. You know what we're going to do? We're telegraphing it, and you can't do now, mate. Yeah.
It's me, just sauntering through the and they just let it happen. They're like, you know what, got to respect the game. Go for it, have a good time. Pete, what did you enjoy this week? Were you? I know you already gave some terrible. Let's bring it up.
Is it that time of the week?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I've got to talk Dennis Allen, Chicago Bears defensive coordinator.
Here it is.
So I talked to you about this before the week, and the Bears could not have been more beat up. Yes, there was a game time decision, obviously, that Rodgers was going to miss the game, and it was Mason Rudolph. But Mason Rudolph is 7-3-1 career record. His career record is really good. He's not a bad quarterback at all. And I just want to talk about the injuries that the Bears had on defense. Pro Bowl cornerback Jalen Johnson out on IR, still not back. Kyler Gordon, probably one of the top 5 slot corners in the league, out on IR, still not back. Terrell Smith, first choice backup cornerback, out on IR, missing the season. Tyreek Stevenson, first choice cornerback, went out in the first half. Zay Frazier, rookie cornerback that they drafted, missing the entire season for undisclosed non-injury reasons. That's just the secondary. At linebacker, their 3 starting linebackers are TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds, and Noah Sewell. All of them were missing. First choice to come in is Ruben Hippolyte, their rookie 4th rounder, who was drafted as a project. He's very much a special teams player, but he came in, went out in the first half after getting absolutely trucked by Darnell Washington, and it looked, if you get to see the clip, it's hilarious. I mean, Darnell Washington is an enormous human being. Ruben Hippolyte's 5'10" and built like a corner. It was like being tackled by your dad. And it looked afterwards like he'd been tackled by his dad. It was monstrous. It's really funny to see, which is a horrible thing to say about player getting injured, but that size comparison. They also had Dominic Robinson missed the game. First choice defensive end, Deo Odeyingbo, out on IR. Shamar Turner, the rookie defensive end, 2nd rounder, who they brought in to be kind of first choice defensive end, out. All of those players gone for the second act, most of them for the second half, most of them for the entire game. And in the second half, they gave up 7 points. And not only did they give up 7 points, they turned the ball over twice. So they got Deshaun Wright got another interception, so he's now tied with Kevin Byard. So they're both now interception leader for the league, both in the Bears secondary. You had a forced fumble as well to turn the ball over. And then at the end of the game that sealed it, Jaquan Brisker batted down Mason Rudolph's pass when they were trying to get into field goal range. They were really close to field goal range as well. Batted down the pass. And if he hadn't have batted it down, if you actually look at the play in the back, if he hadn't have batted it, that was going straight to Deshaun Wright for another pick six. He jumped the route, it was going straight to his hands, and he was going to house it. So the defense really, really showed up with a bunch of guys off the street, special teamers and practice squad players, and players that you've never heard of. I've never heard the names of a handful of players that were playing there today, and I'm tuned into that team. Dennis Allen did a phenomenal job. Statistically, it's not been amazing this season, apart from turnovers, which have been great. But I think there's been a strategy to that, and you could see it today. And yeah, it was really, really good. Really, really good, and he deserves his flowers this week. I think he even got a game ball at the end of the game from Ben Johnson for it.
As he should. Yeah. It was one of them where I was really looking forward to watching the Bears this week. Obviously, you've hyped them up enough for me each week that I do pick them in the pick 'em. But I was a bit disappointed that Aaron Rodgers obviously wasn't playing. Would have liked to have seen him have like one last shot against the Bears, who he's part owner of. But yeah, decent game from them. Again, though, my issue with Chicago is there is so many sliding doors where an inch one way, and all of a sudden they're not 8-3. They're down to being like 4-9, 4-7. It's getting. They're running out of luck. I think once you get to the playoffs, they can't keep just getting away with it. Like, they're not the Kansas City Chiefs, who got away with it a lot last year.
Yeah.
And yeah, granted, he had to. Well, I didn't even realize how many jobbers he had to bring on to keep that going. But it has been fun week in, week out. I cannot wait for this week. I like that we can just focus on one game on Friday night. I don't have to be like in multiple places for Red Zone or trying to like catch some highlights in the morning. It's after the kids have gone to bed. Just sit, feet up, and it's Bears Eagles. I'm going to watch the Alliance crumble. Yeah. Which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Also, I've just having a look here. They're both 8-3, and I could see it going either way. Like, the Bears could end up, at least by the end of Friday, they could be joint like win-loss record with the Rams.
Yeah, I'll probably go into that a little bit more later. It does bear mention on that same game as well that their starting right guard went out, and they brought in rookie 4th rounder, played at right guard, didn't notice any difference. They were down to their 3rd choice left tackle, and he was the highest graded player on that O-line by PFF, Ozzy Trapillo. And just put into context the rest of that line, so Joe Tooney, Drew Dolman, Jonah Jackson, and Darnell Wright, the lowest ranked player for their position by PFF is 6th. And that's Joe Tooney. And he was the best player on the field as the 3rd choice left tackle. They all stepped up. Broncos.
Chicago.
Two things. One, Pete stole my stat. Fuming.
Fuming. Yeah.
Absolutely livid. Second, I want to pick up on the luck side of it, because I slightly disagree with that. I really don't think this is a luck thing. Like, luck would be if they were turning the ball over and the defense was bailing them out, or the defense laid an egg and Caleb was bailing them out. Neither is happening. They're playing well on both sides of the ball. If that happens, you are going to win games. And like, that's how I see it. He's not had an interception in 6-7 games. He's done 23 touchdowns, 0 picks, something like that. He's playing clean ball. And if you're playing clean ball on offense, you're winning games, because you're not having to spring that defense that is massively injured to really bail you out in major situations. They just do that. They just do what they want to do and make sure that it happens. And Deshaun Wright has been a massive revelation in that cornerback room. really, really, really massive in that situation. And I think personally, it's a credit to coaching.
Yeah, he was a practice squad player last year for the Vikings.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. It has to be said, because I think there's a lot of discourse about this. A lot of Bears fans said, "Oh, he should be starting over Tyreek Stevenson." He shouldn't. He's a fantastic at turning the ball over. His coverage is awful, so he either wins or gets toasted. I've said it before. He's Trayvon Diggs Mark II. He is a turnover merchant, and that's what he relies on. But he's getting the turnovers, and it's working. And it'll probably work even better when the teams force the ball his way once Jalen Johnson comes back, which should be on Friday, because people aren't going to throw at JJ at all. So he'll just go after it. But yeah, he's doing a fantastic job for this team. And yeah, you're right. It is coaching. Dennis Allen's a great coach, and he's been off. Given how many times he's been a head coach, I think it's twice he's been a head coach and failed. Nobody's coming after him for a head coach again. So he could be a Vic Fangio and just stay there long term and just be a long-term solution at DC, which is amazing.
Love it. Right, we've said too many nice things about too many nice people. Alex, bring it down. Well, you had some trash for me.
JJ McCarthy sucks.
Yeah, he does. I told you all. Week 1. I only watched 3 quarters. I didn't watch the 4th one. Why did he suck this week, Alex?
Oh my God. Jeez Louise. Right, fair play. He's probably not all there because the concussion was a bad one. Like it wasn't a good one. But for me, I want to highlight something really, really quite simple. Justin Jefferson, okay, arguably top 5 wide receiver in the league.
Pretty good receiver, I hear.
Yeah,
I think so
In
too.
his day.
He's been targeted 99 times this season.
No.
He has the most wide receiver to interception rate this year.
Oh dear.
Oof.
So it's not like JJ McCarthy's like going, oh right, no, here's my read quickly, and our cornerback's picking it up. He's just going, no, JJ's somewhere. I'm going to find him and just lobbing moonballs to that man and seeing exactly what we can do. So he's had 8 targets that have ended in interceptions this season as Justin Jefferson, and he is nowhere the player that we wanted to see this year. He is turned into an absolute just average human being, and that is not something that we want. He now ranks just JJ McCarthy, so we'll switch to a JJ. JJ McCarthy now ranks 851 out of 852 in EPA per dropback among qualified passers since 2000. Wow.
Yeah.
The only player listed below JJ McCarthy is Jamarcus Russell.
He's worse than Deshaun Kaiser.
He's worse than Deshaun Kaiser.
He's bonkers, isn't it?
And now I've just received a text message. I've locked my fiance out, so I'm going to have to go and let her in.
Leave her there.
I will return. I'm so
won't.
sorry.
And we never saw
apologise
from him
deeply.
again. It was the tragedy. It's this, like one of them horrors where everyone's on camera. We can't do anything about it because he's 100 miles away from where we are. But it's
You just see
gonna
a
be
blood
his head on
splatter
stick.
go up the wall.
Yeah. Because he was just talking smack. It was someone from the Vikings is like at his door. Like they've got his missus held hostage.
We just hear skull as some people just drumstick him on the head. Yeah. Oh yeah. The big clap.
There he is. He's still on mute, but that's okay.
Stuart's
Speaking
not
of
happy at
skulls,
all.
no, as neither would I be. Speaking of skull, just while talking about that, it was the defensive players getting into the end zone without. That was Green Bay, wasn't it? All lined up in front of the home fans, giving it the old skull. I enjoyed that. That was pretty decent.
Big fan of that.
Yeah, so that was one bad JJ. Are you saying there's another bad JJ, Alex? Or is it just Justin Jefferson's having none of it?
It's both of them. Both of them are terrible. Like what we're doing here. Like Justin Jefferson is held hostage by his quarterback situation, yes. but also he's not been able to stay fit. He's not been able to get on the field and make it there. And also, where's his leadership? He's meant to be the best player on this team. He's meant to go, yeah, no, we suck. Right, okay, let's go back next year. JJ will bring us back. It'll be great. Yeah, but this, I've heard absolutely zero from him, unless it's in a negative light preseason.
It's really difficult, isn't it? Because I mean, JJ's not exactly had a stellar cast of quarterbacks in the past. Kirk Cousins, fine. Sam
He could
Darnold,
throw a ball. I'll give
fine.
Cousins
Yeah, he can throw a ball. Nick Mullins and a few other warm bodies in there, and he's still always delivered. It's really tough when if you're a defensive end on a bad team like Max Crosby or Myles Garrett, you can still impact on the game and show your leadership in the game. If you're the person that's trying to catch from somebody that throws it 3 yards wide every single time, it's really hard to show your presence on the field, isn't it? And to show up as a leader where it's visible like that. So you need to do it afterwards. You need to be that voice and that really positive experience out to the media to keep people on board and for the mental health of your QB to keep him going as well. And if he's not doing that, then it sounds like he's checked out, doesn't it?
Yeah, and beginning of the season there was like high hopes, and nobody apart from you really saw the Bears doing what they were doing. And out of the Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings, it's already a difficult position for him anyway. So yeah, there's going to be a level of being checked out there. And you're right, he could be in the perfect spot that he was supposed to be in 100% of the time. But anybody at home doesn't know that. We're just like, JJ threw 3 yards wide. We assume Jefferson was in the right place. But unless he's like, look, this is the play. This is the just like showing it out to the crowd so that they can make sure. Like, I was where I was supposed to be. Like when you play Ultimate Team and you get points for just being like running the correct route. None of that. So yeah, what's the answer? Do they draft another one?
No. No. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if this concussion, if Thingy comes in, what's his face? The backup.
Max Brosnan.
Max Brosnan, yeah, that's it. If he comes in and does something, that will make something very, very interesting. I don't see them giving up on JJ after a season. I think they need to give him more than a season. Because right now, I don't think he looks as bad as he suggested early doors. I thought there's moments here you can see it, and he shows up well in tense moments at the end. But he looks broken this weekend. He needs a break. He needs a bit like Bryce Young when he got sat and just was right. Go and sort it out of the limelight and then come back in. When you're away from the spotlight, we're not winning anything now. Let's do that. I feel like that's what he needs. I don't see them doing it because it's always a really bad PR move. Yet. But we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know what they could like seriously do there. And like we said, it's not the greatest QB class and everything. So do you stick with him? I did say a couple of weeks ago when I forgot his name, Boromir, was brought in when Wentz got absolutely horrendously injured, that they were keeping Wentz out there because they didn't want to show how good this other kid was and like ruin JJ. So it could very well be that when McCarthy has to sit, or if they do sit him, that this other kid comes in and does what happened to, was it Trey Lance at the Niners?
Yes.
Yeah. So we could have that kind of situation, which is very possible. And, they like a story to tell in the NFL with the script writers. So I guess we'll see. Pete, you got anything that you want to talk about?
Yeah. Shall we go with? Let's keep on this theme of trash QB play because there's an awful lot of it this week. Monday Night Football.
Ugh.
What an awful game that was. That was.
It was
horrible, horrible, poor quality play. For anybody that didn't see it, it was 49ers v Panthers. Brock Purdy threw 3 interceptions. There was a fumble as well at the Panthers. It seemed easier to scoop than to miss, but they somehow didn't manage to get the fumble recovery on there. So the Niners got out of that. But despite those 3 interceptions, Panthers couldn't capitalise on any of them. And in return, Bryce eventually did get a decent touchdown to Ted McMillan, but he also threw 2 interceptions himself. 5 interceptions between the 2 quarterbacks, and it was ugly football. And I have no idea what to make of Bryce Young, because one week he looks really good. I mean, last week he threw a franchise record and was absolutely monstrous. And then this week he turned back into a pumpkin. And Purdy he didn't look well. And he looked like he was still injured. I'm surprised he didn't bring Mac Jones in and just say, I think he was still a bit concussed, and because he wasn't right. They won, but I think they won in spite of him rather than because of him. Because it was bad.
Yeah, get Giggsy at the end of the season. I say get Mac Jones in there, and just say, look, Purdy's negativity hits. We're gonna just sit him at least until the playoffs. We're gonna make sure that he's fine. You could play it like that. You could say, look, we believe that Mac Jones is still going to be able to lead it, but we want Brock Purdy for the playoff push. And then if Mac Jones is doing incredibly well when it comes to the playoffs, you can say, well, what a difficult decision we have to make. Do we play the guy that's doing exactly what we want to, or do we bring on the cold dude? So they could get away with it if they really wanted to. But yeah, I was actually really looking forward to the Niners Panthers, because I've kind of talked both teams up a little bit this year, and just kind of super disappointing. And I like it when 2 trash teams go against each other, but this wasn't even that. It was just turnover after turnover. It was like watching me play. I was only watching I think I ended up on the 6-minute highlight or whatever it is, and I was still bored. I was putting my socks on watching this thing, and I was like, I just don't care. It's a shame. I don't know who either of them have got this week, but
well, the Panthers are playing the Buccaneers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But the question is, both of you have highlighted the fact that Bryce Young just couldn't get into it, and it obviously wasn't his day. Why are we not turning to Rico Dowdle?
Yeah.
Why are we not doing this? He had on average 6.3 yards a carry. That was last night.
Yeah.
What are we doing? He had 6 carries for 38 yards. He had 4 receptions for 36 yards. What are we doing? You've got this guy, and he can explode, and he can win you games. Why are we not changing it? It's not Bryce's day. Okay, cool, great. That's mint. That's fine. That is allowed. That's smart coaching. To go. Our game plan isn't there. Let's rip it up. Let's completely change it. Even at halftime, they didn't do it. Even at halftime, they carried on this whole Bryce train because they want to build it up from last week where he broke the franchise record, like Pete said. And that's the disparaging thing for me, is that if you don't have other weapons, yes, use Bryce, use him, because one might turn into a bit of magic that will win us this game. But they do. They have other weapons. So why are you not using them?
And the thing is, the weapon worked because it was just constantly outside zone down the right-hand side. Just keep running to the right outside zone, and it worked every time.
Are they stuck in that we're behind, we have to throw it, kind of mentality where the number play is right? We're behind. We've got to abandon the run to be able to get big chunk yardage and everything. When in reality, you could just do what the Ravens did for pretty much, even now most seasons, they can just run the hell out of it and maybe chuck one here and there. Might be worth it, and that could be a coaching thing. I don't know who their coaches are exactly, but I definitely think that Alex is right. Yeah,
it's Dave Canales, isn't it? The head coach and he's shown moments. It was frustrating. It was really frustrating. We've got to say as well, to shout out to JC Horn as well for both of those, 2 of those interceptions as well. Really, really good play. He played well. He played those routes really, really well, and good interception. So
that second one was a really terrible throw by Purdy, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Horn has got to be in the location for it, but that second one is you question Brock Purdy's decision making at that point, and you go, "What are you doing here, mate? Brock, come on! You are now looking like Mr. Irrelevant, and in that 49ers team, that's not where you want to be."
Yeah,
That's a bit of a tough one. Bring us up, Alex. You've still got a list of bangers. I think we've heavily trashed your list. What do you enjoy?
Well, can we knock off 3 of them by talking about the Rams and the NFC West?
Yeah, let's do it.
do it.
Because the NFC West, we discussed a couple of weeks ago when we went. I think it was West is Best.
It was.
That was the name of the segment that we did a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't checked it out, go back and check it out. Can't remember the week, but we definitely did a segment where West is Best, and it was great. And it continues to be the best because the Rams are 9-2, the Seahawks are 8-3, the 49ers are 8-4. The West is best, bro. Like, this is absolutely phenomenal. The Rams are on a 6-win game streak. The Seahawks just won this week, and the 49ers have won back-to-back. Like, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. All 3 teams will make the playoffs. They are there. The Rams, led by Matthew Stafford. He's going to be the MVP this year.
Yeah, quite possibly,
He's the MVP this year. There are players I'm going to give you a couple of dates and a couple of lists with players with 30-plus passing touchdowns and less than 5 interceptions in their team's first 11 games of the season. And I will tell you which one did not win MVP. 2007 is Tom Brady. 2011 is Aaron Rodgers. 2014 is Aaron Rodgers. 2020 is Patrick Mahomes. And 2020 is Aaron Rodgers. Which one did not win MVP out of that list?
TB12, he never won an MVP.
He won 4. It's 2020, isn't it? There's 2 guys in 2020.
There's 2 guys in 2020. Who is it? Whom is it? Is it Patty Mahomes or is it Aaron Rodgers?
It's Mahomes because 20 and 21 was the back-to-back years for Rodgers, wasn't it?
There it is. That is why we call him the encyclopedia, by the way, everybody. That is absolutely... it's Aaron Rodgers that hasn't done it. 2025, obviously, Matthew Stafford has done it again. He's got 30-plus touchdowns and less than 5 interceptions in his first 11 games. He's absolutely ridiculous. He will win MVP. After I said in the preseason he should retire. So
he did it in spite of you, mate. That's what it was.
Absolute. Come on. Then the other one I want to very quickly touch on with the Rams. Davante Adams. I don't know when he became a red zone running back, but he did. His last 8 touchdowns, 1 yard, 2 yards, 4 yards, pushing the boat out, 3 yards, 1 yard, 1 yard, and 2 yards.
Oof. Gosh.
Don't have to run, but he can still bloody catch.
His route running and his movement is still so good. So it's just, I need to get separation quickly. If it's too long, they'll catch me because I'm getting on a bit now. But if I do it really quickly in the short run and Stafford's got a quick release, I'll be fine. But yeah, what a tag team they are. It's like Puka gets it the rest of the game. Puka gets you down there, and then he's the red zone just to nerve you fantasy points for Puka owners. It's fantastic. And is it 2 interceptions for Stafford all season?
Yeah.
It's wild.
And they haven't happened in 9 weeks. So it was like week 1, week 2, he had 1 each, I think.
Yeah.
It's mad.
They're winning it all. I can't see anybody beating them at all, either side of the divide.
Yeah, they're on a 6-win streak. The next closest are the Bears with 4 in the NFC. Obviously, Eagles just lost. They're down to the L. On the other side, Patriots and Broncos have got like 9 and 8. And, then it's drops off a cliff a little bit there as well. Like, got that Rams team, man. Like, it just... Can we start putting them on prime time so that I can watch them again? That would be super cool. I think they've got another late one. Oh, no, we're out. They've got a 6 o'clock against the Panthers, which I'll quite enjoy, but I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. Pete, you got anything else on your bangers and trash?
Yes. Well, there's a trash for me and Alex to share, but before we get to that lovely moment, I've got to talk about Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah, you do. Thank you.
Man,
been waiting.
he's so much fun to watch.
So good.
He's so good. He was that entire offense. For stats, 15 carries for 219 yards, 11 receptions on 12 targets for only 45 yards. But he got 3 touchdowns. So 264 all-purpose yards and 3 touchdowns. And the amount of just housing it, really lived up to the Sonic nickname of just put the afterburners on, no one's catching me. He's a complete game breaker, and he's so much fun to watch. He's one of the best players in the league.
2 60-yard plus rushing touchdowns, didn't he? I don't know exactly what the numbers were, but I was like absolutely laughing because I've got him in our Dynasty League, and he basically just like won me the week. That's perfectly fine. I think he ended up scoring like 50 points on most fantasy teams. Just ridiculous. God bless him. Have I missed something? Where's Knuckles? Where's like Montgomery? What's going on here?
Well, he generally comes in on some of the short yardage stuff, like punching it through. There was no short yardage stuff because Jameer Gibbs just kept running for 70 yards.
But I feel like I haven't seen him in weeks. Man.
Yeah.
We keep talking. Jameer Gibbs and somebody else who might be on Alex's bangers list keep coming up week on week on the bangers list in the Bangers Hall of Fame, which I'm sure we probably should do a B&T Hall of Fame at some point, or annual awards. And yeah, I was like, oh, is Montgomery injured? Is that why like Jameer Gibbs is just everywhere? No, apparently not.
They did say at the beginning of the year, though, didn't they? The OC came out and said we're going to feature Gibbs more in the passing game, and they were going to lean more towards him because Montgomery's obviously on his back end of his third contract now, second or third, I can't remember. He's been
around the block.
Yeah, I think he was drafted like 2019, 20. So yeah, he's been going a while. So I think as he's starting to tail down, they're just saying, well, let's just keep giving it to Gibbs and just lean on him. And his stat lines are obviously reflecting that as well. But I love it. I mean, I love Montgomery. I think he's a really, really good player and he's really impactful, but he doesn't have that same excitement as a Gibbs breakaway, does he? It's like early years Kamara.
I imagine Jameer Gibbs number 1 in most people's fantasy drafts next year, which means he's going to be a bust, which is unfortunate. But God bless him for doing it for me this year. So cheers, Jameer.
Yeah,
I mean, Jonathan Taylor would fight him for that.
I didn't see Jonathan Taylor this week.
That's the situation, isn't it? It depends on that. We haven't even talked about the Colts this week, and we don't really need to. We don't need to. Do you want to lead the trash that we both have, Pete, or would you like me to go?
Go for it, dude. I stole your thunder on stats earlier on, so I'll jump in off you.
Yeah. The Eagles tweeted the 17th of this month, which was obviously last Monday, right? They tweeted a picture of a brick wall with a load of their defensive and offensive players on it. And the caption was, "Who's getting past this?" So the Dallas Cowboys tweeted on late Sunday night a picture of Dak Prescott as the Kool-Aid Man.
That's excellent.
Because that's exactly what Dak did. Now, I've been a Dak homer on this podcast all season long, and I've absolutely loved his season this season. And what I will tell you is that they are a garbage team that will not do a lot of things, but 354 yards and 2 touchdowns isn't something to sniff about.
Yeah,
no, you're absolutely right. There's talks of like the Cowboys. I think we probably mentioned it last week, where their strength now is they've got a pretty decent run for the end of the season, so they've got that playoff push in them. I don't think anybody saw them like beating the Eagles. Decent game. I actually really, really enjoyed that one. Two teams that I don't particularly subscribe to like very often. It helps that they were in the Kelly Green. That's like better on the papers when I watch the Eagles. But yeah, you're God, don't. It's like anybody in basketball doing the old choke celebration. It's don't tweet out a picture of a wall. Like, come on, settle down. Social media teams, just up yourselves. Don't say like, oh, no, who's gonna get through? Well, the next guy apparently.
Yeah.
By the way, you've got to give the Dallas Cowboys social media admin massive props for that.
Yeah,
That takes stones.
Yeah, that's great.
That is, I'm giving that arguably the social media clip of the year or the social media post of the year for NFL teams that I've seen. That is on. I laughed for a solid 5 minutes for that thing. I thought it was awesome. I really did.
we've got
Especially
Seth MacFarlane running the Twitter
Yeah.
account.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The Family Guy inspiration of the Kool-Aid guy has really lived in my generation. It's really hit home. But yeah, no, Pete's probably going to tell you a load of reasons why the Eagles were really terrible, but they were awful.
Yeah, well, so to put it into context, they put 3 touchdowns in the first 20 minutes and then scored no points for the last 40. And there's a few reasons behind this. The main one is Nick Sirianni coaches really conservative. It's the same issue that the Packers have with LaFleur, that it will win most of the time, but it can trip them up. Now, last year it wasn't such an issue because if you're coaching really conservative, particularly with a lead, you lean on the run. And they leaned on the run a lot last year with Saquon. And they just absolutely ran him into the ground. But it didn't matter because he was so electric. So it hid a lot of that conservatism because he would break off those plays like Gibbs is doing this year. But as you always see, if you see a running back with massive usage one year, it falls off a cliff the next year. Almost always. It's very, very rare that doesn't happen. And that's happened now. So now that efficiency's dropped from Saquon, that conservative play calling is really catching up to them. I mean, they're winning, so it's obviously working.
They were winning.
Well, they were winning, yes. Yeah. But they're still the 2 seed, aren't they? Because of strength of schedule.
Yeah.
But they are, and I think that's what it is. You need to be able to run on the run. You need to be able to lean on the run game if you're going to play like that. And if you can't, you need to just air it out more and just trust your receivers. You've got 2 elite wide receivers. You've got AJ Brown, one of the best in the league, and you've got a Heisman winner in Devontae Smith.
Yep.
And you've got a really, really good quarterback in Hurts. And I think they're shooting themselves in the foot by playing too scared. They shouldn't have lost this game. They didn't need to lose this game. And I think they always play to the level of their opposition. Chiefs kind of did it the last couple of years where they if their team opposition is really good, they'll raise their game. If their opposition is bad, they'll sink their game and then just coast a little bit to there, and it's catching them out. It's not sustainable. And I think they're going to get caught out before the end of the season, and it's going to cost them the 1 seed and probably a chance to defend the Super Bowl.
You know the big games for George Pickens as well, by the way.
Every week.
Boy, am I glad that I went everywhere on George Pickens in the preseason. I just kept picking him up because I just legitimately couldn't grab a wide receiver 1 to save my life. So I was like, well, he's going to do something, and he has absolutely saved my season. CeeDee Lamb looked like a toddler out there complaining all the time. Pickens just having a wonderful game. Appreciate that.
Wide receiver 2 on the season in fantasy.
Incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Obviously, we mentioned it last week that Pickens or CeeDee Lamb, like, is it 1A, 1B, or is there a new number 1? Is there a new big dog in the house? Is there a new one that's like standing over his chest, banging it, and just barking into his face? I don't know. That might be a George Pickens thing. I've heard rumors, allegedly heard rumors.
Feels like it might.
But like,
Damn it, he's got it.
Sorry, allegedly
Yeah.
in practice when he's won balls over CeeDee Lamb, he will bang his chest and bark in his face. Allegedly, of course. Like total games with 130 yards and a touchdown for Dallas Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb's had 6. He's played 93 games for the Cowboys. Josh Pickens has had 4. He's played 11.
Gosh. Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
hit his 1,000, didn't he? He was at 908, I think, going into that game. And what do 120 something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible stuff.
Once again.
Love that from him. Just, I guess, to wrap up Bangs and Trash for this week, my sources are telling me that one team has been eliminated from playoff contention. Do we have any guesses who it might be, or do we know?
I assume it's the Tennessee Titans.
Alex, got any guesses?
I was going to say the New York Giants.
It's the New York Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Stronger
Yeah,
results. Yeah.
they're the only team that cannot make the playoffs right now. I feel you, New York Giants. My Shaolin team in the Kong are also not making the playoffs this year. It's a shame. Anyway, on to the wrong thing. Didn't click the button. Nailed it. We'll cut it out. We'll move that in post. The Pick'em and Flick'em underdogs, overdogs, wombling free. Your boy had a week. Let me tell you. I didn't see my final stat, but I was like 7-1 after the early games last at the weekend. I ended 10-4. That's not bad. But a lot of this isn't my fault. The Panthers should have beat the Niners. The Bills should have beat the Texans. The Eagles should have beat the Cowboys. I did pick the Saints, though. So that one's on me.
Yeah.
And to keep everybody up to date, I am 8th still with 113 to 65. Pete has gone from 11th up to 10th with 110 to 68. And Alex has gone from 11th down to 12th with 109.69. Nice. The only underdog pick that I managed to get last week was the Cleveland Browns to beat the Las Vegas Raiders. Still unsure why they were the underdogs in that one, but here we are. And S Black 74 still cruising up top. I put down 113, but I think that was his last week's score.
He's now joint first. He had a bad week.
He did have a bad week.
Yeah, he only got 8 this week. Uncharacteristic for S Black. If you're listening, my friend, you are a legend and absolutely nailing it. But this week was not great from you.
Raider Butts, the guy that's tied with him, actually beat me in one of the, I think it's in one of the Patreon leagues for 5-yard rush this week. Didn't appreciate that. By the way, people of the Patreon leagues, you are absolutely being crushed by me. I mean, 2, I'm at the top of them both. Right?
I mean,
come on.
That's just
Especially
it. Shout out to the Patreon, by the way.
Oh yeah, we've got a Patreon. Get on there. You can go against and get crushed by me in some leagues, maybe these 2, and also there's a good bit of chatter. I'm not on Twitter, and I use the Discord for keep an eye on news and things, so I can still get my fix of the stuff that goes on there without having to give any of my information over to Elon Musk. So that's a good thing. Week 13 underdogs. I have got Houston to beat the Indianapolis Colts. I will keep picking against the Colts. I was right. The underdog Kansas City Chiefs beat the Colts this week, so I'm sticking with it. Yeah, Houston to get the upset there. I think that I was right about Danny Mills, by the way, Alex, in your face. You weren't very excited about him. I thought he looked quite good. It was a pretty decent performance. The Colts started to look like the Colts I expected them to be. I thought the Colts were going to be just like a 8-9, 9-8, one way or the other type of team. It's divisional round. Houston has started to really pick things up. There has to be a good team in Dallas in the playoffs. So I think that they're going to do it. Also, I'm taking the underdog Chicago Bears to beat the Philadelphia Eagles for obvious reasons, not just the fact that I've picked them every week. But I'm so bored watching the Eagles every week, and I'm really enjoying watching the Bears every week. That literally is how I enjoy my football. So putting it all behind Chicago to break that alliance. The upset that I think could happen, Cowboys could beat the Chiefs. Cowboys are technically the underdogs. I've picked the Chiefs, but I think that Dallas could end up sneaking one through there. And I just want to also give a shout out to the Cody Harvey. He could be on this podcast. He's one of these. He was the only person to pick Houston to beat Buffalo.
Fair play to
The
him.
Bills have just signed Brandon Cooks. I literally just got a news alert there.
Me too. Get through after you told it. So that's genuine breaking news for me. Brilliant.
Breaking news. I broke news. I got rid of the breaking news ticker. Didn't think I was going to get to break news ever again. Yeah. God, I don't know what the Cody Harvey was drinking, but he took Houston over Buffalo. Fair play to you. You are the one brave soul this week. Go on then, you two. What you got for us on the week ahead?
I've got a couple of upsets. I think with Burrow back and with Lamar nursing another injury, I think the Bengals are going to beat the Ravens.
Okay.
Even if it's in Baltimore. I think the Bengals will do it this week. The Ravens have not looked good. They looked all out of sorts. Bengals defense actually looked all right this weekend as well. So I think the Bengals will do them, which will be a big surprise. And probably more shocking, I think, particularly if Baker is out, if he misses and Teddy Bridgewater is in, I think the Cardinals beat the Bucs.
No, I'd agree with that completely.
Even though it's in Tampa, because Teddy Bridgewater wasn't the answer when he was young and spry and mobile, and now he's a retired teacher. He's not the answer. So
if I said to you 2 weeks ago, I bet a retired teacher could beat the Cardinals, you would have said yes, though.
Yeah, yeah, that's
so,
true.
I disagree there. And Jacoby Brissett looked all right. He looked kind of youthful in some moments in this past weekend. Yeah, but I could see the Cardinals doing that one, and the Buccaneers have started to take the foot off the gas a little bit. I don't know if it's something odd going on. Obviously, they're starting to get banged up and injuries and all this kind of stuff. They don't have to work too hard to be top of their division, especially with the Panthers losing again, going 6-6, which means the Buccaneers have got that opportunity to ease up a little bit. It's just a shame. Like the first 4 or 5 weeks, it was just an absolute all-out Baker war. I'm just hoping that we get that guy in the playoffs. That's all I want to see, really.
It's gone from Baker MVP talk to, I saw quite a few tweets earlier on today. I mean, it's the barometer of stupidity as well. But we've gone from Baker MVP in the last month to we should really think about whether we actually extend him when his contract comes up at the end of 2026. He's going to want $55 million a year. He's not worth it. We should look to move on from him. That's how that's pivoted.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Bananas.
He's their most valuable player. Let's put it in absolute context. There is not one person on that team that you would go, oh, we couldn't live without them. It would just be like Baker Mayfield. So that's pretty crazy. Alex, you got anything for this weekend? 2.
It seems like we've turned it into a Bears podcast because I'm picking the Bears over the Eagles. I'm going for it, man. Absolutely going for it. And then stats just come across my window, which has made me change my mind. I didn't realize Davis Mills was 3-0 as a starter at the Texans.
Undefeated
As a starter on the Texans. And then I've just seen this statistic. If he was to have 17 games in the current stuff that he's got, on the current way that he's playing, he would have 4,500 passing yards, 40 touchdowns, and 6 picks.
You're right.
Well,
You have to, wouldn't you?
Obviously, a lot of that's predicted, inflated kind of stuff, but it still is quite fun. Let's go the Houston Texans over the Indianapolis Colts.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm there. Absolutely. Jump on the anti-Colts train. Join me. There's some great games this week, though. And I was saying to Alex before we started the show, we've got obviously Thursday night football, Friday night football. We'll take Saturday off college and whatnot. Then we've got Sunday, and then we've got Monday. I assume there's probably a Monday doubleheader, because that tends to happen after like big weekends like this. But yeah, games of the week. Obviously, we get the classic Lions game, which again, few Family Guy shout outs this week. Like the I get to use the gif of Brian. Hey, shouldn't you guys be in Detroit losing a game right now? The two Lions going up against them. They're against the Packers. That should be good fun. I think they're the early game, and then Chiefs Cowboys, which I was saying at the weekend to the fellas that often you would find that obviously the Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving, but you would find that it used to always be Cowboys Washington. Back then they were the Redskins, the Cowboys and Indians in a sense. And they've found a way to do it again with the Cowboys versus the Chiefs. So well done on Thanksgiving. We have Cowboys versus Indians. Good work scheduling, gods. You really pulled it out there. They are going to be two banger games. Cannot wait for that. Get to wake up Friday morning, watch the Bengals Ravens while I'm putting my socks on. And then Bears Eagles that night. Can't wait for that. On to the Sunday slate. Niners Browns should be good. Jags Titans should be interesting because of the way that they kind of like play. Texans Colts will be good. Saints Dolphins, who is worse? That could be good fun. Falcons Jets, you both apparently are the same team in different colors. That could be good. Cardinals Buccaneers, what the hell's going to go on there? Rams Panthers, like both of those, going to enjoy that. Vikings Seahawks, good conference matchup. Bills Steelers, why the hell not? Raiders Chargers, it is maybe the best set of matchups all year, as far as I'm concerned. I could flick to any one of these games and find something interesting to see in there. It's hard to pin one down. I can't. On Sunday, my brain's kind of gone from me. I think it have to be that Rams Panthers. Panthers are going to get smushed, but I enjoy watching them, and the Rams are really good. That and the Vikings Seahawks, because I like watching the Seahawks as well. Yeah. Pete, are you watching anything this weekend?
Everything but Friday. I'm most looking forward to Lions Packers. I think that feels like a coin toss. It depends on which team turn up. Obviously, the Packers won on opening week in Green Bay, but now we're in Detroit. I think that's going to be a fascinating game, really, really interesting game, and I think the Lions might try and run the score up if they can. So I'm really looking forward to that. And on Sunday, Vikings Seahawks, and it's a Darnold revenge game.
Oh,
I love a revenge game. And look what you got. Look what was behind door number 2. You did that. Yeah, we've got a speedboat, but we could win anything. Could be a speedboat. And that's what they did. And they didn't get a speedboat, did they?
No, they did not.
They got all those little plastic ones that you play with in the bath when you're a kid. In fact, no, it's worse than that. It's when your parents give you the empty bottle from the bubble bath, and then you play with that in the bath when you're a kid.
Just a bottle of matey.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd get a matey reference on a NFL podcast, did you? Good for you and your kids, by the way. We found out from our mate Tom this week. Matey is on the approved list.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But I think Seattle are going to try and put a cricket score on there, and I think they will. To be honest, so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Alex, what are you looking forward to, mate?
You've got one of them on your head. I want to watch the Saints Dolphins, just because I think if this goes horribly wrong, this could be Mike McDaniel's last game. I'm
You reckon
here
if
for
the
the
Saints beat
implosion.
him, then
Mate,
that's it?
Like that implosion would be phenomenal. Like I think he would implode so much he does something so dumb that he would have to get fired. Like I think that would be the implosion, just because the Saints are that bad, and I'm really rooting for them this week. The serious pick obviously is it's Chargers Raiders. I hate the Raiders so much.
You do.
I really do. I hate the
And
Raiders
the Chargers
so much.
could do with a
Like really
an
could do
absolute
with
smushing.
could do with something. And really, I want Justin Herbert 300 yard, 3 touchdown game. I want Lad McConkey 100 yards TD game. I want a Keenan Allen 100 yards TD game. Amari Hampton's going to be back as well. So
Is he?
Who's Hampton back?
yeah,
Is he back?
well,
They've just opened his window. It's not confirmed that he's come off IR yet.
they have not only opened his window, but he's going to be practicing. He's going to be practicing this week.
Oh, good, because my
They
Dynasty
opened the
team needs
window
that.
and threw him out of it.
Yeah, they're going to open. They're going to be opening. Obviously, they've opened his window, which is a weird saying to say, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
hello, you can come back. Come on down. It's almost like the Price is Right for windows, which I love the fact that Pete is symbolising opening windows out onto Amari Hampton coming out onto the balcony. Like
Yes.
that's the one. It's a French door out onto the balcony. It's a
I think-
sliding door moment.
My brain went to all of the pushing all of the doors open, like at the beginning of Beauty and the Beast, and Amari Hampton popping out. Bonjour.
There it is. Not only
We
is
take
that
the Disney reference.
that's what I
Wow,
was
we
about
did
to
it.
say. Yes,
0
we've done
hour.
it, boys. We've done it. But yeah, no. If for Amari Hampton plays, which is looking likely, then hey, fingers crossed, everything will be great.
Do you know what's super boring? Monday, Broncos Commanders. I like the Broncos, but that does nothing for me. And then Tuesday, Giants Patriots does nothing for me. So well done, scheduling gods, for getting everything like front loaded Friday through the 9:30 kickoffs on Sunday. So I appreciate that. And if any of you are watching, tweet me. I'll buy you a coffee.
Other stuff.
All right. Any ending thoughts?
No, that's a nice one. I like that today.
Yeah, well, it's always good fun to just like hang out and talk shop with your mates, innit? So, for me and these two, thanks very much for watching. Peace. I wasn't fast enough. I couldn't find my coat. Next time.